It's an attempt to please everyone. As demanded by the SPD, the German government extended their ban on weapons exports to Saudi Arabia until September 30th, 2019. That includes both new deals and weapons already purchased, a move criticized by the conservative CDU-CSU alliance. We cannot create a new Saudi regime, nor can we resolve the conflict from our perspective, especially if we keep our distance. And that is why I believe we have to rely on our partners in the region. A contingency plan is being found for these shipyards in northern Germany. Coastal protection ships ordered by Saudi Arabia are being built here, but can't be delivered under the export ban. Now the German government says it may buy them. Exempt from the ban are European joint projects such as the Eurofighter. Around 30% of the parts come from Germany. Such permits will now be renewed subject to certain conditions. In part, that is to prevent the threat of billions in damages claims from the industry. The Socialist Left Party calls this misleading.
The only condition imposed by the German government is that the partner countries, France and Great Britain, should be assured by Saudi Arabia that these armaments will not be used in the Yemen war. But that is ridiculous.
Many in the CDU already fear that European partners will continue exporting weapons to the Gulf region without including Germany.
For more clarity on this issue, I'm joined now by our chief political editor, Michaela Kufner, at our parliamentary studios. Michaela, is Germany still sitting on the fence here? Will German arms be sold to Saudi Arabia at some point in the future?
Well, Germany is certainly giving a very complicated answer to what is essentially a yes or no question. It says it won't directly deliver any arms or any kind of parts for at least another 6 months. And it's essentially asking its partners not to export any of those fully assembled weapons or any kind of military goods until the end of the year. But there's, of course, a big but here, because what Germany tried to do is tread a fine line between fulfilling its commitments to particularly France, where we heard some very strong statements questioning what kind of an ally Germany can be if it doesn't find a common line on the defence of arms goods, and its very high moral standards here, which particularly the Social Democrats are holding up in this governing coalition. And that's essentially the point. This has slightly moved on from being an issue over the Khashoggi murder to actually becoming an inner coalition row here in Germany.
And Michaela, what does all of this mean for Germany's role in European defence?
Well, it means that it's signalled, particularly to France, that it will continue to have discussions. We had a grilling here of the government spokeswoman today who said, well, essentially, there is no common line of those European partners so far. This buys the German government more time to talk on an individual basis over whether these arms goods will eventually find their way to Saudi Arabia, because let's be quite clear, this is a one-sided government decision here, basically committing companies to ask their partners not to export. But whether France or Britain end up exporting these goods, that will be a big question mark in the end, and that's still subject to political negotiations.
Right. Michaela Kufner, DW's chief political editor. Thank you.